Wiki, 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 wiki. Warcraft Tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly. Kinterhem tonight. Undyne versus Boogie Master and Angel Fire. Wowzers, pretty good stuff here, ladies and jiggly gentlemen, boys and giggly. How do you get an astronaut's baby to stop crying? An astronaut's baby? How? Well, you calm it. You calm it. Calm it down. You calm it. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we see here going to be an early biggity battle here from two biggity players. Wowzers, wowzers, holy cowzers. Gonna turn that biggity music on, diggity down. This is Castle Jiggly Jam. Chicky, 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 chicky. Warcraft Tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly. Wiki, 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 wiki. Warcraft Tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly, Tiggly, Tiggly 2. Chicky. Alright, this is in the German language, Deutschland über alles. Chicky, chicky. Deutschland über alles. Chicky. Look how tall this screen is. Holy cannoli, it's so dang tall. Can't even see the biggity bottom of the screen. Can't see the chickity chap. HDMI is too high. Chicky, chicky. Chicky, chicky. Chicky, 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 chicky. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we need another joke from the Jokelopedia. What else are we going to tiggity talk about at the beginning of a wiki Warcraft Tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly, Tiggly, Tiggly 2. Wiki, what do bears wear in their hair? What do bears wear in their hair? Why they wear barrettes? I guess instead of barrettes, they wear barrettes. Berets? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's what bears wear in their hair. Chicky, chicky, wiki, wiki, tiggly, tiggly, Warcraft Tiggly, Tiggly 2. And he's gonna need to set up a farm very quickly, and that's what he'll do. Nice job from Ginterham. Chicky, chicky, wiki, wiki. It looks like it's the 2v1, pretty classic 2v1 situation here from Kinterham. Not a lot of hope. I think he's got Undyne, so doing just fine, but this is Boogie Master he's got to deal with. And look at the nice tower piggy placement. Nice jiggly job there, Kinterham. Pretty good stuff. Makes me envious whenever I see Kinterham doing wiki Warcraft 2 quite like this. So he's pretty tall though. Look how tall that dang screen is. You can see all the way to the top of the miggity mini map. Where's my miggity music? I need some biggity beats. I need some better beats. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Cannon Tower, that's actually gonna not allow that peon to survive way too much longer, so gonna be losing that fight. But he's got a nice base up here in the 12 o'clock spot. Pretty good stuff for our heroic hero. Kinterham, the sweet, super diggity duper, bringing the super sweet skills to you and to me and the Switch TV and everybody. So spasibo to him, spasibo to TSAL Diggity Day, spasibo to Troglard, spasibo to the Clan Ziggly Z, spasibo to Wiki War 2 Combat Edition, chicky, and also to Anatolian, spasibo to Anatolian, spasibo to Nikolai, not even just Noob Nico, yes a Noob Nico too, but Nico, Nikita I should say, chicky, NIK5ET. Here comes a nice defensive footman from Undyne. He's just protecting Kinterham out and making sure that anybody who scouts out that is not gonna find Kinterham, or if they do, they're gonna find a sword in their biggity belly from that courtesy of that footman. He's even brought a peasant there too. Chicky, wiki, Warcraft Tiggly 2. Brought to you by those three fine spiggity sponsors, and also the Jokelopedia from Workman Publishing, New York. Chicky, wiki. What is a shark's favorite game? It's a swallow the leader. Chicky, we heard that one already. Chicky. Why couldn't Noah catch many fish while he was on the ark? Because he only had 2 worms. Wiki, Warcraft Tiggly 2, a nice defensive setup here, beginning the farms. You could learn German if you were just reading all the farms. Let's see, Hof is a orc, that's what they like to call the orcs. Chicky, that's what they like to call the orcs. Chicky, peon, wait, peon's the same. Peon, stoof. Chicky, peon's the same in jiggly German. Warcraft Tiggly. Look at here come the biggity ballistas, but I don't think there's gonna be too much there. The ballista's gonna biggity back it on up. He's gonna try to get himself some towers there to help. In the meantime, until this farm is biggity burned to the ground, there's a lot of grunts and orcs, peons coming around there, ladies and jiggly, boys and giggly. Doesn't even have a lumber mill. What are you gonna upgrade with these towers? Holy cannoli! Undyne bringing the 2 ballista riggedy rush here, ladies and jiggly, boys and giggly girls, trying to lure all of these foot grunts away, and then he's gonna block them right on it. OMG! Don't you see? Wowzers! Holy cowzers! Kinterham with the super sweet miggity micro skills. Super sweet miggity micro skills, and the ballista take a diggity down that tower. Wowzers! Holy cowzers! Boogie miggity master's gonna cancel these on out. So he's only got a few moments left until the grunts come attacking. But so far, here comes the footmen ready to protect the ballista with their lives, and they get a belly full of sword for their efforts trying to destroy these biggity ballistas. No, not likely, not with the footmen hanging out about. Chicky, wiki, Warcraft Tiggly 2. That was just an incredible biggity battle, foo. Chicky. He deserves another jiggly joker too. Chicky. What was Susan's dad kicking the computer because he was trying to boot it up? Chicky. Why didn't the mouse cross the road? Because the cord wasn't long enough. Chicky. Wiki, Warcraft Tiggly 2. Building farms right here. That's kind of odd. But he wants to, there's good farmland right really there. See, the opponent's farms are right there too. Chicky. So he's like, good farmland right here. I'll build, nope, that's a tower actually. Building himself a tower, well, still would have been good farmland. Chicky, Warcraft Tiggly. Oh, there is a cannon tower back there. So that's gonna hit our friend off, and he's gonna go down to the small 9 o'clock spot, which is pretty good stuff there. He knows he's gonna have to whoop butt down there as well before Biggity Bloodlust arrives. So butt whooping time, that's what he decides. He's gonna leave this 11 o'clock up to Kinterhemd. Well, what an incredible game so far, liggity ladies and jiggly gentlemen. It's going to be down here. He needs to wall that off. A to the A to the S to the S to the AP. But not going to be able to do that. Or is he? Look at the footman actually making it by. Wowzers. Undyne with his super diggity duper diggity aggressive style of picky play. Wowzers. This was an incredible game. Ladies and jiggly gentlemen, boys and giggly girls. Everybody else who wants to see Chicky chess, go out there and check out Ernie Biggity Baltazar's super sweet Filipina chess arena, where you can see super diggity. He wants to get riggedy right by. Move your footman, says our heroic hero. Kinterhemd. Gonna be actually unit control. He says Chicky. And then he's still gonna biggity block him on off. But no, here comes Kinterhemd with the assault of the ages. Undyne and Kinterhemd teaming on up for the victory versus biggity boogie master and his other cool dude friend. Oh, Angel Fire. Wowzers, this is a pretty good game actually, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. A game that I'd like to see. And we'll continue to see who wins in those wiki world of Warcraft Tiggly 2. Will Kinterhemd pull the big win out of his biggity pocket? Coming in here for chopping it. He wants to chop it and build himself some guard towers down there. Here's a catapult at the 11 o'clock spot. So tier number 3 eventually, maybe, probably, actually tier number 2. Chicky. Here's tier number 2. And the ballista still, that's one heroic biggity ballista. That ballista has earned its stripes like 14 times right on over. Chicky. All right, here comes the guard towers. I'm gonna lure the ogre away, back into the towers. Incredible mighty micro. Incredible mighty micro. Undyne versus Kinterhemd. Pretty good stuff here. Never thought I'd see a good Warcraft 2 game quite like this. Chicky. And the game marches on into the liggity late game, jiggly ladies and jiggly boys and giggly. Out of coffee. Dang. Need another joke. Up here, then discovered have his towers, but it's too liggity late because they're ready and upgraded, are riggedy ready, so ready. Here comes the knights from I Undyne. Gonna turn right, biggity, right back around, and then continue with this assault, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. That's gonna allow the tower to be up, and that's gonna deny all future mining. So Boogie Miggity Master out of this game. There's the LOL from Gourmet. He's liked this game. This game has been absolutely, incredibly insane. Chicky. Sounds fishy to me. Chicky. What kind of hair does Ocean have? Wavy. Wiki. Warcraft tiggly too. I just beat you with Boogie. Ooh. Kinter still one farm, rolling on the floor, liggity laughing. Kinter also laughing. He's really enjoyed this game. I've enjoyed this game too, but we do see Angel Fire still at the 11 o'clock spot. Angel Fire gonna go ahead and bow it out though. He does say he does have the Boogie Master. Pretty fun to play. Boogie Master not bad at Warcraft 2 actually. Beats me all the dang time. Chicky. Warcraft Tiggly 2. Now we gonna fast forward this? Yes we can. Tier number 3 with the Blizz. I Undyne, holy cannoli, that guy just carrying the standard bearer. I Undyne showing you how to shine. Chicky, wiki, with the biggity blizz. Game still miggity marching on. Wowzers, holy cowzers, I Undyne with the liggity late game. But here comes the biggity bloodlusted ogres, OMG. What's Undyne? He's got a pretty good defense of it so far. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he needs to expand, however. It's going to be tough to get an expansion off here. We'll go see Kinterham not really doing a whole lot, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of an odd scenario here. Let's go ahead and fast forward into the future. Lots of guard towers going up here. It looks like he's going to be trying to prepare a base for his opponent. And where will be the expansion? Probably the 9 o'clock spot. Untouched, unmined all game. Maybe? Question mark? Don't really know. Alright, the final song of this series is Kinterham and I Undyne. Look at the Kinterham gets his face hit inside the mud, stuff drug all over through that mud and smashed around in the mud there, but here comes a griffin able to save him, run those ogres on off so they can get out of the mud just like Kinterham. Chicky. Here's the expansion. He's got a mage there too. Wowzers, holy cowzers, pretty awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is how you play. Chicky, play humans when you're playing Wiki, Warcraft 2. I Undyne. And Kinterham versus Boogie, get down on it, Boogie Master, as well as our heroic hero, Angel Fire. Chicky, Wiki, Warcraft Tiggly 2, brought to you by the Workman Publishing of New York, and by Virginia Woolf to the Lighthouse. Virginia Woolf stands as the chief figure of modernism in England and must be included with Joyce and Proust in the realization of experimental achievements that have completely, utterly broken with that dumb tradition. New York Times, why are you using the word dumb inside your New York Times quote? But Virginia Woolf, they just feel so dang strongly about that, they have to say dumb tradition, because that tradition was biggity broke with, so utterly broke with. Chicky. Look at the number of towers here, but so far Angel Fire has been making a go of it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Angel Fire with the super diggity duper, completely, utterly awesome super diggity ability to survive versus 2v1 in a 2v1 situation. But here comes I Undyne with the super duper survival skills. That's an invisible mage. That's the GG. An invisible mage, the clencher, the single one thing that you can't contend with, because biggity invisible mages sneaking right biggity by your defenses. Invisible, nothing you can do against them. As you can soon see, nothing, absolutely nothing to be done. They're gonna wiggity walk right on by. Walk this way from our heroic hero, the heroic invisible mage. As you can see, there's the GGG. Walks right on up to him. Decides I don't see much mining happening there, so actually, there's what he's got to do. What's he gonna do? He's in enemy territory. Nothing, no mining, nothing happening, so he's going to walk that other direction, hopefully for him not be spotted. What was once an invisible mage is now just having a lot of big problems. But here comes Kinterham. That's a lot of peons versus a blasted ogre, but they're going to be able to beat up that ogre. That's kind of odd. Chicky, wiki, wiki. Looks like that invisible mage just hit its end here. So let's go ahead and fast forward into the future, because this is going to be one long wait until we see the final GG. Here comes an invisible mage trying to sneak right on by, but too many patrolling ogres. They're going to do their biggity best to get that at that 9 o'clock. Angel Fire going to leave the game. That's going to be the GGG. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you to my spiggity sponsors, Clan Ziggly, as well as Warcraft 2 at War2.ru. Traveler!